Alright, Dabrowski, it's T and I'm back with another video, friends. It's on a Team Blaha client Michelle. A week of hell of training for an advanced powerlifter. Part 69. Oh, I didn't know client Michelle likes 69ers. This is gonna be great. Let's review this video of hell for poor Michelle.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it's time for my client Michelle's vlog.
Why all the tattoos? This girl has a very strange disposition. She obviously hates herself. She has colored just about every spot on her body with tattoos. Why? Because this is, they say women who are damaged, you wouldn't want to marry a woman who has got tattoos or smokes or drinks because they're damaged goods with piercings and weird things because they have daddy issues, Broski. Whoa, she's got some powerlifting moves here. Look at this. She's going to bench that. It's quite heavy.
And we're now done with meet. We're back in training. She's actually going to do a meet within the next couple months again, mainly because we want to get a drug-tested meet in. She just qualified for untested worlds, but...
She barely lifted that. That's one rep, man. She's so strong. Man, I know girls actually that can actually rep that out. But powerlifters, they're so strong because they could do one rep. Again, like I said, this is a week of training hell, friends.
We want the option of doing both because she is actually a drug-free lifter. So we're still running pretty much normal conjugate other than we don't...
no kidding. You didn't have to tell us that. She looks like a drug-free lifter.
...do speed squats. We just do back squats.
Okay, so now she goes to like really lightweight. Okay, let's...
She's going with a narrower stance and doing a little bit more of a high bar, narrower stance type squat. It just works better for her to hit depth. So outside of that, though, we're running normal conjugate.
She's repping it out, so she's bodybuilding now. This is bodybuilding, man. This is not powerlifting. She's cheating, Coach Blaha.
As you would run it with free weights, meaning we're not using bands and chains and stuff right now. It's all just straight weight. So we started the week off with a closed grip bench press. She did 160 pounds there. For her max effort work, we got a good pause on it. For upper body supplemental work, it's pretty straightforward. We do pause benching for, around 10 rep sets. And I want to be clear, all her work is high rep other than her max work and speed work, right?
So why is she doing high rep work, Jason Blaha? That isn't powerlifting. You understand me? This is what I try to explain to all of you.
So the majority of her training is 10 plus reps, right? Just like...
See, 10 plus reps. I try to explain this. Bodybuilders are stronger than powerlifters because they rep their workout heavy. And Jason is just proving to all of you that bodybuilders are stronger than powerlifters. That's why powerlifters are doing weights and repping them out as well now. See that?
Minus, even when I'm doing...
Why isn't she just lifting heavy weight and doing like one PR or whatever on each thing and then do her competition? Why is she repping it out? Because he's trying to have her focus on building a stronger body by using this weight. That's why he's going to say, well, we want to beef up her legs. Why do you want to beef up her legs? Because his whole gambit thing here is that she needs to get bigger to get stronger. You understand me? Yeah.
Only focused on hypertrophy at the moment and not worried about much else. Because, again...
Does this look to you like powerlifting?
Hypertrophy is the name of the game. It really is. And we need to always think about that, particularly for our drug-free lifters, right? Okay. Their size equals their strength for the most part, right?
Their size equals their strength. I thought a little guy that lifted a little weight, and a heavy weight, would run around the gym and show off to the big guys. Look, I'm a little guy, I can lift a heavy weight. Now he's telling you that bigger is correlated with strength. See what I mean? Jason Blaha is full of shit. He knows that. That's why he's jealous of bodybuilders, because bodybuilders are stronger than powerlifters.
So we don't have anything else to bridge the gap other than the lifting. 90% of your strength will come from your muscle mass relative to your leverages. So we spend...
There you go. He even proved it. 90% of your muscle mass, your strength will come from your muscle mass. Hello, broskies.
And most of the time focused on hypertrophy, even for our strength-specific athletes.
Here's the problem, though. You're focused on this hypertrophy. Lifting is not the part that is going to build that mass on the myofibrillar. It is a high nutrient protein animal diet that will do it. That is, you got to eat a lot of that. I'm telling you, and you don't need to interfere in some weird herbivore diets doing this. But you could be getting better now at lifting these weights. You could be misconstruing this. You're getting better at lifting because your body will compensate by giving you more androgen receptors. That is for that force production. And so your hormones will bind to the androgen receptors. You'll get more force doing that. Yeah. That's how you accumulate more force production, because your body will compensate by giving you that by not building any more muscle. Remember, muscle, your body to build muscle doesn't want to do it because it needs to carry you through a famine. It doesn't see this as athletic. You see these things as athletic. I want to do this. I want to build muscle. I want to do all these weird things. But in nature, in reality, in the real world, in nature, your body is only meant to keep you alive. And so if it's meant to keep you alive, it doesn't want to give you these things. Science knows this. That's why they tell you it has a myonuclear domain size limit. The repeated bout effect protects muscle from any more damage. That's why you're not getting damaged anymore. So you understand what I'm trying to tell you? And the only option you have is a high animal protein diet by forcing the muscle to build that muscle, to build that mass on the myofibrillar. You have to force it. It isn't forced by lifting weights, by going to the gym repetitively lifting in hell like her. She's getting an inflammatory response, if anything, chronically lifting. Muscles do not build from chronic lifting. They build from chronic eating animal protein diets.
It's like her. All right, so what else do we do there? We do incline benching. Right, we do pull-ups.
Look, the stimulus has to be, there's a stimulus, but you can literally stimulate your muscles once a week, even once every half a month. And that stimulus could last that entire 2 weeks. In that period, there's an open window because protein synthesis is extended. Blood levels are elevated. So if they are, then your focus is to eat a high protein animal nutrient diet. So it exceeds that breakdown because it's constantly breaking down as we speak, muscle. Yeah, now lifting will break it down even more. So what happens? They just replenish that they lost. So they call that protein turnover. See what I mean? Now you can misconstrue it if you're eating a herbivore diet, that being muscle, because your body will absorb this as an energy source, the glycogen. So the only way to see that is not to eat any glycogen then. It's good as a catalyst if you're doing muscle damage. That's very specific training. But I'm saying that for this muscle, let's just say what she's doing here, this so-called hypertrophy work, if you truly want to see if you built anything, then you're going to have to be on a pure animal carnivore diet. I'm sorry. And it should be as raw as possible, because if you kill the nutrients, there's just no point in doing that. You'll have to compensate by eating more animal protein. So what do people do? They opt for eating eggs because they don't like eating raw meat. They don't like it because they don't understand it. To them, they just don't understand it. That's why you have these raw vegans. They went raw because they found, in their mind, they think, well, this is a pure diet. It's a pure diet because it's raw. It is pure, but you're getting toxins and shit there. You're not a cow. You don't eat the grass. You eat the cow to stay healthy. So in us humans, that's what we do. So if you eat a high nutrient protein diet, a raw diet, very raw as possible, then you'll be able to absorb these nutrients a lot better, your cells and stuff. So yeah, so you don't waste the meat. So what do people do? Like I said, they opt for eating eggs because they're chicken shit. You understand me? Raw organs and raw meat is the best.
People are like, this looks a lot like the stuff you do. I know. Well, the thing is, this is what I have heard do for a long time. I've only recently...
These guys look like a bunch of CrossFitters. Look, they've got a rogue thing here too.
Rotate it back over to these. So again, oftentimes my own training then starts looking...
She's not even focused on one thing. She's like fucking doing pull-ups, and then she's like bench pressing, then she's like, this is all over the place. Even her legs, she was doing there, her legs. This is bodybuilding, bro. Leg press.
Like some of my clients again, because these are things I do with...
This is not powerlifting. Leg pressing, bench pressing, doing those pull-ups. This is absolutely not powerlifting. This is bodybuilding.
Clients. It's not the other way around. So I want to be clear there. So some people who might see this vlog who might say, man, her supplemental looks look very, very similar to all yours. Yeah, but she's been doing this rotation longer. It's just coincidentally, I happen to be doing these same things at the moment. Because it's an effective combination other than I do curls and stuff too. But what do we got? Pause benching, incline pause benching, pull-ups, rows, right? Again,
hold on, let's go through.
rows are nice and strong. Guys, notice what she's got on the bar there.
What is that? She's throwing the weight up. This is so improper. So she's mixing some powerlifting with like bodybuilding. This throwing the weight up, this type of powerlifting thing, where I'm throwing it up in the air. You don't throw the weight, and you don't drop it hard on the floor. It should be in the air all the time. You should be holding the weight, the tension on the weight, on the muscle. That is the whole purpose of it. What is this throwing up and down? So stupid.
Right.
What kind of coach is this to tell her to do that? It's garbage. Garbage.
Again, row strength is good. We're happy with that.
Again, she's repping these things out. But here comes the powerlifting bullshit.
All right, deficit deadlift. Look at the size of that deficit. It's like a 3-inch deficit, right? 285. Look at that. Look at that smile. She knew she nailed it.
That's it? One rep. You think that one rep is going to do anything to your body? This is what I try to tell you, man. That's why she's repping stuff out. She's repping it. She did that once. I know bodybuilders that could do that like 20 times. I've seen one guy do it in the gym fucking, I think he did it like 50 times in a row.
She's just like, yeah, I got that. I'm pretty happy. All right, we're putting a lot of quad.
Do bodybuilders have better conditioning than powerlifters? Of course they do. They're better conditioned. Why? They're repping it out, bro. Get it? They're getting cardio. They're better. Their cardio is much better because they're repping everything out. So their cardio is they're gonna get cardio, and they're gonna get this building up of the strength by doing more repetition work.
Focus right now. For those who are wondering why, because we are...
And what do? They get more androgen receptors that are responsible for that strength. But here's another thing that you don't realize about androgen receptors. The more androgen receptors you have all over your body, the more you're able to get these hormones to bind to them. That will help as well for that mass, to accumulate more mass on the myofibrillar, providing that protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown. You understand me? Yes. So what do you want to do? You want to stay anabolic. And when you're anabolic, what happens? Well, the catabolic hormone converts to an androgen, so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor. That's what happens. And then you get more mass in those spaces.
Doing a narrower stance squat now. We're doing deep, narrow squats in competition. We got to get that up to 300 pounds. Okay.
But again, people are eating herbivore diets, glycogen loading.
Quads. She's down a weight class. Right.
This is bodybuilding. This is bodybuilding. This is not powerlifting. Powerlifting is not doing leg press. It's fuck, man. This is bullshit.
She dropped like 17 pounds. She's down in a new weight class. We got to beef those legs up. Okay, means quad work.
See, she's in a new weight class, down 17. We got to beef up her legs. And how do you beef them up? With 1 rep sets? I don't think so.
Glute work.
And it's not necessarily the pressing that's going to beef them up. Cripes, man. People are like, yeah, I need a stimulus in the gym. You definitely need somewhat of a stimulus. But yeah, it's like, again, for a natural person, it's all relative what you're trying to do. Again, that protein needs to exceed that breakdown in order for those legs to build. It isn't herbivore diets because we build from animal proteins. We're built from animal proteins. We are not built from plants or plant proteins. That's why it doesn't work in humans. So like I said, you got to focus on protein, animal proteins.
All right. So you're going to see leg presses, you're going to see split squats.
If you do eat plant proteins and plants and whatever, and go here and work out, or these people take steroids working out on plants and shit, it'll destroy your DNA and it'll make you ugly. And you'll pass it on generationally to your children. Yes.
Now, we don't neglect posterior chain. She's still doing glute ham raises. We're doing band pull-throughs because we do care about those hamstrings. Glute ham raises do a lot there. But keep in mind, we got our speed pull rotation and stuff also.
Yeah, it's more hell for her. Like I said, this is a great way for poor Michelle to become infertile. What she's becoming here is infertile because that's what's happening.
Axial loading relatively minimal so that we can do all this stuff. So since we're doing a leg press, we're also doing...
These are great for your knees. You want to really destroy your knees better than the last time and become more infertile. Yes, 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 Michelle.
Single leg exercise. For me or a lot of my other lifters who do a lot of just squat.
You're definitely accomplishing your goal there, Mrs. Michelle, client Michelle. Becoming more infertile than the last time, possibly like permanent, and destroying your knees. Yes, yes, yes. This is great.
We might just do front squat, back squats. I would argue combine this with an RDL and
yes, this is great. Your back enjoys this. It really wants that. Your body really wants you to do these things and destroy it. Yes, yes, this is great. Yes, more inflammatory responses. Okay.
You will have ridiculous hamstrings. In her case, though, we're doing speed pulls because it's more.
She'll have ridiculous hamstrings. What about her lower back when she's old? She'll be walking with a crutch.
Sport specific for her. But again, very, very helpful tool.
Oh, these are great too. Yes, for the hips and destroy the hips and everything. Yes. So you'd be walking with, this time it would be worse than a crutch. You'll be in a wheelchair. Yes, a week of...
For those who are weak on deadlift, other flat benching.
Flat benching, eh? What else do we have here? Oh, she's powerlifting here, I think. Hold on.
All I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Again, the leg presses. This is really going to make you more infertile than the last time, Michelle. See you in the next one. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Team Blaha, client Michelle, training in training hell. Yeah, man.